Welcome to POS drill number 1. This is Chef Jack, and I'll be walking you through some of the finer points of service and using the point of sale system, which is called Toast. So just to get the groundwork on a couple things. Guest book, it's got the Discover on the front of it, and that's what you will give bill to the diner at the end of the service. And that's not to be confused with the server book, which is a little bit bigger. It has cuisine on it, and it's got the metal tabs on the corner. So this is what you will use as a server to take the customer's order. On the left side is a menu. There's a miniaturized menu so that you can see. We'll write in what the bread and butter would be for the week, and then it lists through the soups, the small plates, the salad, the entrees, and on the back side you have dessert, and then the red wine, beer, white wine. So they'll put that back in there, and this is called a chit, and that's what C-H-I-T, chit, and that's what you'll take the food order on, the beverage, and then the appetizer, small plate, soup, salad, entree, dessert, and any specific notes, what table number, and if it is a lady at the table, we normally circle the number so that it kind of helps you stay orientated to when you approach the table. You kind of like, oh yeah, she gets the soup or the salad or whatever. It kind of creates a landmark for the table, and it also helps remind you that you should serve them first. So that's the server book, and then just a quick orientation of the dining room. There would be tables 1 through 19, 21 through 26, 31 through 35, 41 through 43, and there is a chef's table, which is a butcher block table in the kitchen people can reserve. The dining room is broken down into sections. So section 1 would be these 3 tables, and then these 2. So you'd have 5 tables, 5 tables, 5 tables. Then this one's 4 tables, and then this one would be 5, including the chef's table. Those details out of the way, we'll go back to our POS drill. What you'll be doing is you'll be going off of this worksheet and following the worksheet to fill out your chit. The menu that we're using is the fall from December 1st through the 2nd, but the menu that you might be working with might be slightly different. But you would just, order a salad, soup, small plate, whatever is the appropriate entree. We've already been to the table, introduced yourself, and the lady at position number 3 wants a hard cider. So let's go over to the POS system and enter it in. Alright, so then we'll come over to the point of sale system. Each student will have a name and a number, and it will be at the point of sale system. So it'll be your first name and then whatever your number is. 1002. First thing you have to do is clock in, and it'll bring the screen up. You might have, depending on what position you are for that day, you might be cashier, you might be manager, but today we're going to be just server. So we're going to scroll to server, hit clock in, and hit done. And then we'll go back in as your number, and we said you're in position, you're in station number 2. We're going to go 4 guests. So this is the initial screen. It'll come up to the food. It'll default to the food, and you have small plates, and it'll list the small plates there. Open food is something if you want to add an item that's not on the menu, but you need to charge something for it, that's where it is. Then soups. Sometimes we'll have soups for one day and another day. Sometimes we'll have 2 soups, salad, entree. And these small numbers underneath here designate how many of those menu items are left, that the kitchen has left. So at some point we might 86 them or run out of them. And desserts, we've got the ice creams, and everything is on the point of sale system is pretty much alphabeticalized, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. The other one is drinks. We've got non-alcoholic beverages and alcoholic beverages, and the hard cider is an alcoholic beverage, so we'll go there, hard cider, it rings up. Then just going to miscellaneous if someone wants to buy a gift certificate or get a parking pass, which we'll learn about in a couple drills later. So then if you want to send the item, and when you print that out, you'll stay on this screen, and then this chit or ticket will print up at the front desk, and then that lets the manager and or cashier know that they need to get a hard cider for you. And then you'll come up to the front desk, pick it up, and then serve it. If you hit send, it'll log you out automatically, but if you're in this screen and you're going to leave the terminal, always go up here to switch user, and then that gets you out. So that way, if someone can't log in on your number, and then if they go back, they might not have access to that table anymore. That's it. So let's go get the drink and go from there. So we've served the cider, and we went to the table, and the customers would like to order. So I've already put this in, but I'll just go through it with you. So this is when you'd be standing at the table taking the food order. We did, you would take the lady first, and she wanted a soup of the day, arugula salad, and sometimes you can do abbreviations, you know, so SOD, soup of the day. We might have different salads, so you just go with the main ingredient, arugula or beets or whatever it could be. For a well steak, just write well, because then you know that it's a steak and it's well. Anytime you get a well steak, let the kitchen know that you've got a well steak coming, because it does take a good 20 minutes. Then the next order you got, she ordered the shrimp and grits, an arugula salad, and a fish. And so then you just write the fish prep, sauteed. So it could be grilled, sauteed, or poached. Continue on with fourth person. They got stuffed mushroom, soup of the day, and the arugula salad as an entree. And always you try to keep things in the correct order. So soup of the day, put underneath the soup. You've got salad or arugula salad, and then a medium rare steak. And then as a server, you want to kind of just take a step back and say, all right, now what do I got here? Everyone ordered 3 courses, but this one is a little askew. For the first course, do the 2 soups, and then the 2 small plates, and then the 3 salads with the soup, and then the 3 entrees plus the salad as an entree. Sometimes as a server, you got to kind of make that mental puzzle fit. And sometimes ask your customers, you know, would they prefer something before another item? But you always try to do small plates first, then soups, then salads and entrees. But sometimes customers don't play nice, so you make a quick audible call. So with that, we'll go back to a point of sale system and enter it in, and then hit go, and it'll pop you into. You can see where your section is. And you've already got something started on the table, so it's yellow. So then you'll just access it, go back into it, and then we'll just go down. So you need soups, and there's no modifications. The screen will automatically pop up, so you just hit done. And then you need another soup, done. Then we'll go back to small plates. We'll get the shrimp, the stuffed mushrooms. So that's your first course. So, and actually, so the kitchen could start working on it right away, you can just hit stay. And what that does is that's going to send it to the kitchen, but it stays on the screen. So I'll do that, and you'll watch this. It'll change to yellow, and then it says when it was sent. Now you can put in the rest of your courses. So then you're going to go to salad, arugula, and actually you need 3 of those. So you could just go 1, 2, 3, and it'll change it. So then you hit done, and then you need a soup with that. So now this is your next course. So it could be a soup course or a salad course, but we're just going to go salads. Then you're going to highlight the salads, course, salads. So now you can see, let's double check that. And sometimes it's good. So now they're both, because sometimes when you go off this one, if you don't hit done, it doesn't save that transaction. So now I retyped them, re-highlighted them, and then you hit the course. So now you can see they're both listed underneath salads. So then we'll go hit done to our entrees, and we've got 2 steaks. So we're gonna go steak well, done, steak medium rare, done. And then you got a fish because you've got sauteed there. So now there's the fish preps come up, you hit sauteed, done, and then you're going to go back to salad, arugula salad, and they want it as their entree. So this is going to be a quick modifier, highlights it saying as entree. So now you're going to highlight those, all 4 items, change the course to entrees, your 3 salads and the soup coming as your next course, and then your 4 entrees. Depending on how fast the kitchen is, you might be able to go in and pick up your small plates, or you could wait. So you put everything on hold, and then you can go service another table, put in another table, or go somewhere else. Now you know you're going to go in, pick up your first course, so you always want to fire the next courses before you pick up your food. That way the kitchen is always working on the next item. So bring up the table. Here it is. Now if you hit stay, it's going to ask you, do you want to fire those salads? You hit send. So now it turned from pink to yellow. When you fire your salads, go ahead and fire your entrees right away. So then you're going to hit send. Then you want to send the entrees, yes. And now you can go in and pick up your appetizers, and then they're starting to work on your salads, and then they're also working on entrees. Entrees normally take 20 minutes, so that's where we like to fire them as soon as we can. And then we'll just go switch user and go pick up our appetizers. All right, you have cleared their entrees and they would like the bill. So you go into, and sometimes if you know people are kind of getting ready to leave, or if they haven't ordered desserts, you can go ahead and print up the bill just to get it ready. So you would come up to here and you can just hit print what they've had for food and drink, and then have it into your guest book. And just kind of have that edit ready. It's one of those things where you could be proactive and just be ready for the customer, kind of, read the needs, anticipate the customer what their next thing is going to be. So you have this printed up, and then they ask, oh, could I have a check? And then you present it to them. They'll give you cash or credit card. And for this drill, we're going to do cash. So then you go down to pay, and you have a choice of cash, credit, or other, which is like campus meal card, gift certificate, but it's none of those. So, and guest pay is if people are going to pay, at the front desk using a credit card. But for this, we're going to say the bill is $110, and they gave us $120. So you just put in $120, and you can only take cash up at the front desk here, the manager's desk. The two other point of sale systems, you can process credit cards, but you can only process cash up at the front desk. So then you type in $120, then you hit cash. The drawer will open, and it'll cash due $9.76. So, and then if you would like to print out a receipt, and then the screen goes away, and then it shows that they gave you $120, and the change should be $9.76. And then for the drill, under the drill, then you're just going to hand me your chit, how you wrote it up, the sales receipt, and then go ahead and if you're done for the day, go out to switch user. Then we're going to go 112, clock out, server, clock out, and then it says what you did for the day, what your sales report, and then just hit close shift, next, and clock out, done. And that's it for point of sale drill number 1. Your turn.